Tell us about your relationship with the Ascended Master Saint Germain.
Well, the main thing I can say about him, I was just absolutely flabbergasted when he manifested in my living room. This has been about close to 30 years ago, a little over 30 years ago. I had been studying the Ascended Master teachings for many years, and I had been taking the ministerial training from an Ascended Master group, and so I knew about the Master Saint Germain and many of the other masters, but I never in my wildest imagination ever expected him to manifest. But as I was ordained, the minister who ordained me, his name was Brother Lou, said, well, now that you're a minister, you got to teach classes. And I thought, classes? I hadn't really thought of being a teacher, and I don't know what to teach or where to teach. And so I started meditating and fasting and asking for answers, and on about the 6th day of my fast, suddenly just Saint Germain just manifested right there in my living room. It started out with scintillating light and then coalesced into a form, and he said, I am come to talk to you, and he gave me instructions. He asked me if I would be under a 7-year indenture with him, that he would be with me for 7 years, tell me what to teach, direct me, and help me, and but I had to follow 13 very strict guidelines, and that's what got it all started. And it lasted, he stayed with me actually 8 years because I didn't get everything done, and then he's been with me all these 30 years. And with so many wonderful things that he did through the years, mostly he had me do work. It wasn't like he gave me long, flowery channelings. He said, do this and do that and cleanse this and write this and that sort of thing. He channeled songs and all different things like that. But at one point he told me to start writing down the things that he had told me so that other people would know. And many of the things were like, what makes a class a good class, what not to do in a class, and what to do with the group, and how to cleanse the planet, and just hundreds and varieties of all kinds of things. So I started following his guidance and compiling a trilogy. He wanted a trilogy of books. And the first book that I wrote about him was Saint Germain's Mystical Quest for the Golden Age. And in this book, he wanted me basically just to outline what, like in autobiographical form, of what took place between us. And so this covered many, many years, and it's kind of an instruction book, but it also talks a lot about the Golden Age, what it's all about, what we need to get into it, and that sort of thing. The second book he wanted me to write was Saint Germain's Mystical Quest for Freedom and Democracy. And he had been the founder of Freemasonry way back in Atlantean times. And he had fostered democracy all through the years, centuries, millennia. He reincarnated countless times for this sort of thing. And he was very instrumental in setting up the government of the United States. Prior to that, he had been Sir Francis Bacon, and also writing New Atlantis with ideas for the New Atlantis, which is America now. And the third book, he wanted me to talk about his divine complement, Lady Master Portia, and this was Saint Germain and Portia's mystical role as directors for the Aquarian Age. And he is known as the Lord of Freedom, and Lady Master Portia is known as the Goddess of Justice. And I think just their very titles will show that when they become the leaders or the directors for the Aquarian Age, there will be wonderful freedom and wonderful justice. So that lets us know we will certainly have a better form of government, which will be divinely guided. They will never take over, but they will train and teach us. And this is something to really look forward to. And Saint Germain has always said that just before the Golden Age is to manifest, that there will be a movie about him. And he's wants this movie to prepare us for the Golden Age. And I'm not a movie writer, but I've talk to different people who are writing movies about Saint Germain, and I think this is necessary. And it will be part of what will propel us into the Golden Age. And he talks about this in these books. So it's been my great pleasure to work with him these many years. And I feel very, very blessed to have known Saint Germain and worked with him and Lady Master Portia all these years. And the other Ascended Masters, they are all just so wonderful. They're all preparing for the great Golden Age to come forth. And they're standing by with divine intervention. They say over and over, in just a snap of a fingers, they can be here when the timing is right. So we have no need to fear anything about negative predictions or fear anything. They're going to help us into this great Golden Age and direct us. And we're very blessed for all of this.